بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على سيد المرسلين وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين أما بعد. يقول الإمام التحاوي رحمه الله تعالى: ولا يثبت قدم الإسلام إلا على ظهر التسليم والاستسلام، فمن رام علم ما حضر عليه ولم يقنع بالتسليم فهمه حجبه مرامه عن خالص التوحيد وصافي المعرفة وصحيح الإيمان، فيتذبذب بين الكفر والإيمان والتكذيب والإقرار والإنكار موسوسا تائها زائغا شاكا لا مؤمنا مصدقا ولا جاحدا مكذبا. Imaam Tahawi rahmatullah alayhi said that one wants to have firm Islam, firmness into Islam, steadfastness into Islam, strength into Islam. No one can get it except by total submission. If you ride the ride of submission, then your Islam will become firm, strong, and it will gain momentum and strength. And whoever will dig into those territories from which he is being prohibited, and that person who doesn't have contentment when it comes to his understanding, then he will deprive himself from the pure tawheed and from the clean marifat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and from the correct iman. What will happen? He will start doubting between kufr and iman. And he will have rejection and submission together. He will accept and he will not accept. He will have doubts and whispering of shaitan, and he will have shak and waswasa. He will not be mu'min, confirmer or affirmer. And he will not be completely rejecting and denying. He will remain in between these iman and rejection, submission and doubts. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us from that. Beautiful paragraph of Imam al-Tahawi rahmatullah alayhi. If we want to prosper internally and externally, then we should feed our soul a'mal and obedience, remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, dhikr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We should dress our soul with the dressing of taqwa. That must become nourishment to our soul. When it comes to our intellect and brain and vision, then feed it with Tawheed of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, with submission. Whatever Quran and Sunnah has said, I do not go further than that. I do not question. I become embodiment of submission. That is what he is trying to say. That if person becomes embodiment of submission, then his iman will prosper. Then his intellect will grow, will become more purer. And his marifat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. In your heart, you feed only one thing: love of Allah and love of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Love of Allah and love of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam must become nourishment of your heart. And when it comes to brain and intellect, pure aqaid of Ahlus Sunnati wal Jama'ah and its submission. You become embodiment of submission, then your brain will prosper. Otherwise what will happen? That you will be in no man's land. That is what that is what Imaam al-Tahawi rahmatullah alayhi is trying to say, that you will be in no man's land. Sometime you will be believing, sometime you will be doubting. Sometime you will be having total satisfaction. Sometime that satisfaction will disappear. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us. We have such a beautiful Islam. Just now, ayat was recited. وَأَشْرَقَتِ الْأَرْضُ بِنُورِ رَبِّهَا. I think I missed that one word, al-ard. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's nur had lightened the whole universe. So if we take that nur according to the guidelines of Quran and Sunnah, then it will enlighten your brain, it will make your heart prosper, and it will make your soul shine. It will be full of fragrance. It will be full of beauty. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala enable us, May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us tawfiq. Beautiful. This paragraph is beautiful. That you become embodiment of submission. Whatever came from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and from Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, I do not think twice. And there is an example of embodiment. Who? Sayyiduna Abu Bakr as-Siddiq radiyallahu ta'ala. Mi'raj was shared by Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam to others. People like Abu Jahl. Because he was embodiment of kufr, so he started questioning. And same Mi'raj was shared to Abu Bakr radiyallahu ta'ala by Abu Jahl. Abu Bakr radiyallahu ta'ala said that if it is coming from somebody else, then I will not believe. But if it is coming from Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam, then I have no hesitation to believe. I have not a second thought. If it is coming from him, so that is first thing. That whatever is proven that it is from Nabi sallallahu, whether Quran and Sunnah of Nabi sallallahu, then, may Allah make us such. Wallahi, we entering in such a time that people, because of their silly commitments, they started doubting. In this time and age, if you will follow this territory, that no, I'm going to do exercise. The way you do exercise of your body, you must do your exercise of your heart. You must do exercise of your brain. You must do exercise of your soul. And that is the exercise of your soul and heart and brain. That you feed to your brain what you are supposed to feed according to the command of Allah and Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And you feed your heart what you are supposed to feed to your heart. And the type of dress you are supposed to give it to your soul. You must prepare that type of dress of taqwa. And give it to your soul. And then make it shine, apply. Go into the beauty parlor of obedience of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Go into the beauty parlor of the remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Whether you are working, contemplate about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala according to Quran and Sunnah. Remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Read the ayat of Quran. Read tasbih, read tahleel, read tahmeed. And that's how you make your soul shine. Some people, they will be looking forward to die because they have worked very hard on themselves. They have worked on their soul, on their heart, on their brain. So they can't wait because now it's crops is grown. So now it's cultivating time. And if you don't follow this path, may Allah protect us. We are entering in a very, very troublesome time. Some people, they enjoy the most that let the masses do whatever they want to do. We make our time drown into silliness. We make our time down into wastefulness. We abuse our time. We do not utilize our time. That is where all the problems are coming from. And if you stay away from that mistake and if you utilize your time accordingly, then you will be always entertained. You will be always enjoying. Your ma'rifat will grow. Your tawheed will grow. Your submission will grow. Your remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will get momentum. It will become very delicious. Otherwise you will be reading salat. And before salat and after salat, no shine came onto your soul. No fragrance came onto your soul. Because before salat, you are not preparing yourself for the salat. Imagine, person sitting into the house of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, into the masjid, and he is busy on his messages, on his WhatsApp. He is following what I have received. That is not wudu. That wudu is not only wudu that you do with water and then you quickly, and that wudu also you do quickly, and that wudu must make you think that, oh, this wudu is drawing me nearer to my beloved. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we have beautiful deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We don't do these aqaid for nothing. Oh Allah, make our brain drown into the aqaid of Ahlus Sunnati wal Jama'ah and make it embodiment of submission. That's why I have started one subject, even to the madrasa class or to the Jummah talks or in every dars, that if any path you have not walked, you have no right to question about. You have no right to criticize about. You have no right to doubt about. You say that and try with Allah that, oh Allah, make me run on that path of tawheed, of your remembrance, of your obedience, according to Quran and Sunnah. And then wait and see. Then you don't have to say to anybody. You will become embodiment of Islam and Iman and submission and tawheed and taqwa and piety and purity. Whether tomorrow laws come that you are not allowed to say anything, just your physical presence will make the environment shine, will give beautiful fragrance to the environment. But may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us. It must not happen that your Islam also becomes digital. That is what is the biggest problem. Islam is being digitalized. And that Islam will not be the Islam of Muhammadur Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Muhammadur Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam's Islam, bal huwa ayatum bayyinatun fi suduri alladhina utul ilm. One ayat, you can say one ayat, because of that I had started my Fajr dars years ago. It not used to be after Fajr, it used to be after Isha, and then after Maghrib, and then we started after Fajr. And after Fajr, one reason. Whoever is thirsty and greedy for Tawheed and Iman and Islam will come. Otherwise, whoever give no attention to the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah also doesn't care for him. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us. So this one ayat, bal huwa ayatum bayyinatun fi suduri alladhina utul ilm. Allah's ayat, it is into this software, not into this software. Allah's made software is superior than any software which will exist till the day of Qiyamah. But unfortunately, you are worshipping man-made software and neglecting Allah-made software. That is where all the tragedies lies. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us. Whatever and whenever will be said correct, it is from Allah and from Nabi Sassam. And whatever and whenever was said wrong or will be said wrong, it is from me and from Shaitan. Allah and Allah's Nabi Sassam has no connection. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Ya awwal al-awwalin, ya akhir al-akhirin, ya rahim al-masakin, ya dhal quwwati al-matin, ya dhal manni fala yumannu alayk, ya dhal tawl, ya dhal jalali wal ikram, la ilaha illa ant, zahra al-lalaji'in, wa jara al-mustajirin, wa ma'man al-khaifin, ya ma'man al-khaifin, in kunta katabtana indaka fi al-kitabi ashqiya'a, famhu anna isma al-shaqa, famhu anna isma al-shaqa, فامحو عنا اسم الشقاء وإن كنت كتبتنا عندك في الكتاب مقطرا علينا أرزاقنا فامحو تقطير رزقنا وحرمان رزقنا واكتبنا وأثبتنا عندك سعداء ووفقنا الخير فإنك تقول في كتابك يمحو الله ما يشاء ويثبت وعنده الكتاب اللهم إنا نسألك فعل الخيرات وترك المنكرات وحب المساكين وأن تغفر لنا وترحمنا فإذا أردت بقوم فتنة فتوفنا غير مفتونين غير خزايا ولا ندامة ولا مفتونين اللهم ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وصلى الله تعالى على خير خلقه سيدنا وحبيبنا ومولانا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين برحمته. Normally weekdays I don't take more than 5 minutes. I took some extra time. Forgive me for that. Inshallah it will not happen.